How do I know if my neck pain is serious? Is it just another locked neck where you've slept funny, you woke up in the morning and you can't turn your head around properly? Or is it actually a sign that something else is seriously wrong with your health and you need to make sure you're getting help from a professional? I am Dr. Jeremy Andrews, Doctor of Chiropractic here at West Chiropractic in Surrey. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to look for when it comes to serious neck pain and when it can indicate something more sinister. Let's start off with your typical mechanical neck pain. So something may happen where you're in the car and you're turning around to reverse and your body just locks up and the neck goes into spasm on one side and you're finding it very difficult for the next 24 to 48 hours to actually turn your neck. Or you've slept funny, woke up and your neck is locked and it's in spasm. Well, this generally indicates a mechanical issue, so there's some problem with the neck that's causing it to become unstable and your muscles are locking up around that area to protect the spinal cord, the disc, to ensure that this doesn't slip and put any pressure on the nerves. Now, this can be caused from tech neck. If you haven't seen the tech neck video, I'd really advise you go back to that one on how you can prevent any forward, what we call lordosis or reverse lordosis of the neck. Very common these days because we sit for too long, we're on our phones for too long, can put pressure through those areas. So this can build up over a period of time and cause your neck to be at breaking point until it just says, you know what, enough is enough. I need to spasm, lock in the muscles to help protect those areas. So let me show you this here. So this is a section of the spine. So if you look there, this is the back. So you feel these knobbly bits on your back here. The yellow bits, that's the spinal cord. You can see the nerves coming out the side here and here. A bit in the middle is the disc. So if there's any reversal of the curve, so say there should be a nice smooth curve going like this, okay? C-shaped curve. If it's going the other way, well, that's gonna put pressure on the discs like this. And then if you look, see, puts pressure, can cause the disc to bulge. If you see it from this side as well, it's easier. The disc to bulge puts pressure on the nerve. That can cause pins and needles down the arms. So your body, if that gets to that point there, there's a bit of a bulge, or there's just pressure on the disc, the muscles will actually spasm around the joints trying to hold it in place, which is when your neck is getting locked. So it's actually a good thing. It doesn't feel like it at the time, but it's actually a good thing. It's trying to protect any further damage from happening. So if there was a spasm and you were getting symptoms down your arm, well, what does that feel like? Or what does a pinched nerve feel like? So very often when you pinch a nerve, there's going to be some sort of what we call radicular symptoms. So radicular. So that is pain going down the arms and then pain into the fingers. So that can be pins and needles, numbness, tingling. You may describe things like, well, I'm finding it difficult to open a jar. I'm finding it difficult to feel the ends of my fingertips. Is it just because I'm cold? I've got bad circulation. My whole hand is going numb. I think I might have carpal tunnel syndrome. So all of these things will be going through your head in terms of what that is. But very often it is from a pinched nerve or a trapped nerve in the neck, which can be caused by, yes, tight muscles, can be caused by a misalignment of the vertebra, or more commonly it's from disc pressure. So the actual disc pressing down onto that area there. So would we class this as serious? Well, yes, as chiropractors we would, because if there's too much pressure on the disc, it can cause problems over the long run. So we really need to make sure we're taking pressure off the disc. So let me show you how we can do that. Okay, so I've got a traction wedge here. So most of you won't have one of these at home. So you can use a rolled up towel. So all you're doing is you're trying to get high enough up the actual wedge to then take pressure off the neck. You're just letting your head flop back like this. You can hear my voice has gone different. It's because my voice box is strained on the front here. So you want that. You want it to be quite difficult to swallow. You still want to be able to breathe, obviously. So just make sure you can do that. You really want to let your head flop all the way back. So anything from 10 to 15 minutes in this position is going to cause a really nice stretch. Now it's important that when you get back up, you don't just lift your head up. So you either want to roll off to the side or get your hands, hold your head and very gradually just use your abs to bring your body up like this. You can then roll onto the side and push yourself up like that off your elbow. Okay, so really important to be very careful when we're picking ourselves up like that. So yeah, reasonably high up like this and even higher actually. So shoulders should be right at the top here. So just lying back like that, letting the shoulders come nice and relaxed, trying to pull the chest down. It's going to help to elongate the neck, taking pressure off that disc and releasing that trapped nerve off. So anything from 10 to 15 minutes. And again, head like this. Okay, so very nice and slow. So the second thing you can use for a trapped nerve, if it is being caused by a disc, is actually a pressure cuff. So you may have seen these on Amazon. Essentially the cuff, it goes around your neck similar to a brace, and what it does is you pump it up and it causes the neck to stretch like this, brings your shoulder blades down. So what that will do is actually cause a bit of decompression on your neck. So we use something here called decompression therapy. Not everyone's got a decompression therapy bed in their house. So, if you want more information about that, we can have a conversation, but this is just for you at home. So you can get these decompression cuffs on Amazon for around 30, 40 pounds. They're actually quite effective. They don't work for everybody, but they can provide some relief from a trapped nerve and also take pressure off the disc. You'll also see those ones that are hanging over the back of the door. And again, you sort of wrench them up, it goes around your head and you draw it, distracts them like this. I'm not as much of a fan of those, although some of our clients say they do work really well. I really like the pump up cuff ones. They're a little bit less severe, and I think they're a really nice way to get pressure off that disc on the nerve. Third thing, way to get pressure off the nerve is to try and stretch the muscles around that area. So really, really important to try and relieve some of the tension through the neck. So how do we do that? Okay, so I love this stretch here because it helps to stretch up the top of the thoracic spine, which is really, really important for the rest of your neck. So I'm going to show you this from a different side in a second, but if I just show you now. So if you've got a table at home, a table is a great way to do this. So essentially what you want to do is hold your arms out like this on the table, bring your legs back, and then try and just drop your chest through like this. So you should feel it through the top of the back. Now then what I do is I just turn my head to the side and then I turn it the other way like this. So that's going to help just bring some pressure off those muscles. I'm also trying to lift my head back like this, trying to really bring that curve back. Again, you'll hear my voice going different because my voice box is being strained. That's exactly what you want. Again, just bringing the head back like this. I'm really trying to push that chest down. Chest goes down. All right, make sure you're comfortable like this. You're feeling a chest a stretch through the top of the shoulders. Again, gently turn to the side. Just gently. You're not trying to turn the whole head round. The main thing is here. So chest goes down, but head comes back. And then hold for 3 seconds. Relax. Chest goes down, head comes back. Then one more time. Chest down. So you see it move down there. Shoulders move down, and then head comes back. Really try and pull those shoulder blades down. You're going to feel that on top of the shoulders. Hold for 3 seconds and come back. Very gently, just walk yourself up like this. So that is definitely not going to be your stereotypical stretch, usually for trapped nerve in the neck, but it's absolutely going to provide some relief. Your bang for your buck, your best bang for your buck is going to be that traction wedge. Just use a rolled up towel. It needs to be a bath towel to give yourself to actually give you some height, to take pressure off the area. But if you can, get a traction wedge. You can look at them online on Amazon. Denerol is also a great thing to use as well. That's created by someone that started a technique called CBP, so chiropractic biophysics, and it's an amazingly researched chiropractic technique that shows how you can improve curves. Bringing the curve back in the neck is going to help take pressure off the neck, pressure off the nerves, give you a better quality of life long term. So some of you may be listening to this and you're thinking, well, that's not that serious, like trapped nerve, pressure on the disc. But remember, I'm talking from a chiropractic perspective. So what about from overall health perspective? Well, when is something in the neck very sinister? We need to make sure that when there is something sinister in the neck, we are recognizing that and then referring on to a medical expert. So what we would look for if someone tells us they've got severe problems. If they said to us they've got shooting pain around the back of the head, they've never had anything like it before, they're experiencing episodes of blackout, dizziness, that would be ringing some alarm bells for us. There'll be some red flags here. So we do our investigations, do our neuro testing. If anything was flagged up on the neuro testing, we want to make sure we're getting that checked out immediately. If not, we'd still want to get that checked by a GP or a neurologist just to make sure they are safe to have any sort of chiropractic care and there's no sort of neurological issue or any cardiovascular issue as well. Very often circulatory system problems like atherosclerosis, blocked arteries, heart issues can manifest as neck pain. What we tend to find is if someone has a high blood pressure or blocked arteries or high cholesterol, then they're not just going to have neck pain. Sometimes they do, but not all the time. And usually any sort of heart pressure is characterized by pressure through the chest, underneath the arm, down the arm, and up into the neck and the jaw. It's very rare it just goes into the neck and the jaw. However, it can happen. So we need to make sure we're doing a full test to ensure that we're not just looking at a high blood pressure issue or a circulatory system issue. It's important to make sure that we rule all of that before commencing chiropractic care, and it's not just a mechanical problem. If you're finding that you're getting any sort of neurological symptoms like slurring of speech, blackouts in one eye, dizziness, sort of muscle weakness on one side, then that again would be an immediate red flag for us. We want to refer that straight out just to reduce any signs of stroke or any issues with neurology. We want to make sure we rule that out before commencing any chiropractic care as well. So I hope that's been helpful for you in terms of what to to do when neck pain is giving you trouble, and what is serious, what is not serious, what things you can manage yourself, and what things you need to get more professional help from. If you like the video, please hit the like button. If you want to subscribe to the channel, we are updating the channel with 2 fresh videos every single week, so hit that subscribe button as well. You can also grab copies of my best-selling books. So we've got The Secret Cure to Back Pain, you can get that one on Amazon, and then we've got How to Transform Your Back as well as the 2nd edition. We send that one out also. Grab a copy of those on the links below, and we will see you next time. Thank you.